Well, Indianapolis-based Thomas P. Miller and Associates is a consulting and management firm focused on research and planning projects in economic development, workforce, higher education, and more. The firm is currently working with communities in central Indiana with their submissions for the READY program, the state's Regional Economic Acceleration and Development Initiative. And for more on the program and what he's seeing around the state of Indiana, pleased to be joined by Thomas P. Miller and Associates President and CEO Tom Miller. Tom, welcome as always.
Thank you, Gary. Good to see you again. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Hey, just a bit about your company. You formed the company in 1989, so you've been around for a while, working economic development and related projects with cities and towns and universities and community colleges, not just here in Indiana, but around the country.
Yes, we've always believed that regional economic development is where the action is, and we focus heavily on how do you get talent, education, workforce systems integrated and working together with their economic development.
And those issues are so important, certainly here in Indiana. And as we look at these READY grants, and again, Regional Economic Acceleration and Development Initiative, kind of the Regional Cities 2.0, if you will. Talk about the idea here, really what the goal is, because I know the applications for these regional projects are due right now. What is the READY program all about? It's $500 million that will go to communities around the state.
Yes, I think it's a very visionary initiative announced by Governor Holcomb and IEDC earlier in the summer. It's focused on really bringing talent attraction efforts to Indiana and the regions and accelerating a focus on innovation and entrepreneurism.
Yeah, and I guess a couple of things there. Talent, that's the big challenge, trying to keep people here and attract people from outside of the state. So these quality of life, quality of place projects that are going to be part and parcel of these READY grants, that's a key to making that happen.
It's very critical. Talent moves to where jobs are, but talent also goes to communities and regions that have amenities and arts, hiking trails, a variety of other things that people want to have where they live as well.
Tom, you've been around for a while and have seen a lot around the state of Indiana. You know, from my perspective over the years, Indiana has not done a great job of working regionally, collaborating as regions around the state. Do you see some improvement in that? I mean, I have, and certainly this program, this initiative really tries to foster that regional cooperation.
Yes, I think over the years we've seen Indiana more and more embrace regionalism. I think the energy coming out of the original regional cities that you mentioned has carried forward here, which really helped, I think, convince legislators, the governor, and others to make this major investment.
Yeah, Tom, talk about how substantial these grants can be for some communities, because as I mentioned, $500 million is on the line here to be distributed throughout the state. But when you look at the leverage by private investment, could be in the billions of dollars.
Yes, it's estimated that this $500 million investment by the state will be matched on really almost a 4-to-1 basis by the private sector, by other sources of funding. And I know that's a metric that IEDC will carefully consider as they evaluate the proposals they receive later today.
Yeah, as we wrap up, for those who may not be familiar, give us an idea of some of the projects. You don't necessarily have to get specific, but some of the kinds of projects that we're going to see come out of these proposals.
Well, as an example, 2 or 3 different ones I'll give you. 1150 Academy has been embraced by several regions, and that's an effort that regions want to try to grow and educate more technology talent. 180 Skills has been embraced by a couple of regions in southern Indiana to really take advantage of some of the online learning and competencies that come out of that program. Hancock County, where I live, is really focused on a major initiative between the 4 school systems on career tech ed. So those are just some examples.
Great examples. A big program. We'll learn the winners, if you will, coming up here before the end of the year. Tom Miller, the CEO, the founder of Thomas P. Miller and Associates. Tom, always great to see you. I look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you, Gary. Good to see you again.